Assalamu alaikum ji. This is your teacher Umara Shaheen. I hope and pray that all of you are fine. And beta, I am very happy that all of you are working hard on your assignments and you have presented beautiful assignments. Okay, beta, before starting today's topic, let's have a quick recap. Initially, when we started this chapter, the first we learned about paper pattern. Then we learned that we will use this book. After that, we learned about the properties of living organisms. Then this is the structure of plant and animal cell, a quick comparison. Similarly, this diagram is also showing the properties of plant and animal cells. Okay beta, our today's topic is structure to function adaptation, that how a specific structure is adopted to perform its function. In today's topic we will be learning structure to function adaptation of root hair cells, xylem vessels and red blood cell. But before learning about these technical terms, first we will understand the topic with a simple example. Now this is a beautiful diagram that I've taken from the net. The diagram is of hummingbird. You can see the structure is a very narrow beak. Why it's a narrow beak? Because its function is to reach into the narrow flowers to drink the nectar. So you saw that it has a specialized structure that is linked to a specialized functions, and this is what is called structure to function adaptation. Similarly, this is a racing car and its shape is aerodynamic, its structure is aerodynamic. Why is it aerodynamic? So that it has to face minimum air resistance and it travels fast. Then similarly, these are the diagrams of fish and aeroplane. Their body is streamlined, so that the body of fish is streamlined so that it has to face minimum water resistance and it can swim. The body of aeroplane is streamlined so that it has to face minimum air pressure and resistance and it can fly. So these are specific structure to function adaptations and real life examples so that you can relate to it. Now coming back to our actual topic, which is red blood cell. Whenever there is a question of structure to function adaptation, so your first task is to write the function, and you are all familiar with the function of red blood cell. That is, it transports oxygen with the help of a specific protein called hemoglobin. Now today you will see that how it is adapted to perform this function. The first adaptation is that it is biconcave. Bi means two, concave means deep from the both sides. It is concave at the both sides, which provides its more surface area that is helpful in carrying more oxygen, which is its function. Moving on to another adaptation, which is that they have no nucleus. You already studied that nucleus is the boss of the cell. It is responsible for controlling all the functions going on in the cell. But in case of red blood cell, there is no nucleus. Why is there no nucleus? So that more oxygen can be carried out, and more oxygen can be carried out if there is more hemoglobin inside the red blood cell. So no nucleus means no space for hemoglobin and more oxygen transport. Then the red blood cell, they have to reach the cell after passing through narrow blood vessels, and name of those narrow blood vessels are capillaries. ठीक है, तो these capillaries have very narrow diameter, approximately 1 micrometer. So red blood cells, they are very small, so that they can squeeze through these narrow capillaries and transport oxygen to the different cells. So they have specific structural adaptations which are linked to their specific functions. Now moving on to the next specialized structure, which is xylem vessel, and we will stick to the pattern. First we will write the function, which is the function of xylem vessel is to transport water and minerals from roots to the leaf, and they also provide support. Now this is the function. What are the adaptations which are helping to carry out these functions? The adaptations are that they have no end walls. Why they have no end walls? So that they can have a continuous pipe-like appearance, so that water can pass through without any resistance. Now beta, look at this term carefully, no end walls. Now it doesn't mean that they don't have cell wall. They do have cell wall. Now these are two images. This is from a normal cell, while this is a specialized xylem vessel. Here you can see that these normal cells, they do have end walls as well. See, this is a proper cell, one cell, second cell, third cell, while in case of xylem vessel it is one continuous cells with no end walls, so that water can move without any resistance. Then another point is that they are hollow, they have no cytoplasm, they have no organelle. Again, the purpose is same. If they have no organelle, if they have no cytoplasm, it means that water can move without any resistance. Plus cytoplasm is the living matter of the cell. No cytoplasm means they are hollow dead cells. And the last point is they are strengthened by a specific chemical, and name of that specific chemical is lignin. Here in this diagram it is clear that although it's a clear continuous pipe, but the structure is strengthened by a specific chemical lignin, which is in the form of link, so that xylem cannot be collapsed and water can run continuously. Okay, these are the structure to function adaptations of xylem vessels. Now moving on to the last specialized structure, which is root hair cells. Okay, the function is to absorb water and minerals from the soil, and they are called extensions of root epidermis. About root epidermis you will learn in detail in our next chapter. Okay, bete, this is a root hair cell. If I show you the diagram, see, this is the plant, this is main root, and these small thread-like extensions are called root hair cell. Now what is the function of these thread-like extensions? They provide more surface area for maximum water absorption. Okay, more surface area for maximum water absorption. And another point is that they are very thin, they are very delicate and thin, so they are in direct contact with the soil particles. Here you can see these are the soil particles. Water is present in soil, so water will move from soil particles to these root hair cells, which are in direct contact with the soil particles, as they are very thin. But what is meant by, you will see this term many times in our biology syllabus, surface area, increased surface area. What is meant by it? I'm going to explain it with very simple example, but the thing is you don't have to write that example in your exam. This is just for the clarification of the concept. What is meant by increased surface area? See, you all have towels at your home. After washing your face, you dry it using the towel. ठीक है, तौलिया जो आपका बेटा होता है. ठीक है, if it is a प्लेन क्लॉथ, और अगर आप उससे अपना फेस ड्राई करें वॉश करने के बाद, तो वो तो फ़ौरन से टॉवल गीला हो जाएगा. बट एज यू कैन सी कि आप जितने भी टॉवल्स हैं, दे हैव न्यूमरस मैनी थ्रेड लाइक एक्सटेंशंस ऑन इट, which is actually providing more surface area for more water absorption. ठीक है, तो जिस तरह तौलिया अगर आप गीले फेस पे यूज़ करते हैं तो वो एकदम पूरा वेट नहीं होता, क्योंकि उसका सरफेस एरिया इंक्रीज है बिकॉज ऑफ थ्रेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर्स जो उसकी सरफेस पे प्रेजेंट हैं. तो बिल्कुल वही एग्जैक्ट रोल जो है दैट इज़ ऑफ रूट हेयर सेल्स. उनका सरफेस एरिया इंक्रीज है सो दैट दे कैन एब्जॉर्ब मैक्सिमम वाटर. ठीक है बेटा, these are the structure to function adaptations of different specialized cells that you learned today. I'm sure you have understood the topic. If there is any query, you can ask. This is your today's assignment. I have uploaded this assignment in your classwork section as well. Okay bete, and these are the marks. ठीक है, you have to solve accordingly, and please watch the video carefully and understand the concept. And if you have any queries, so you can ask anytime. This is your teacher saying Allah Hafiz, best of luck.